coached by Annette, and of course your Mustangs, coached by Cole Mooney. That's where we're about to have first pitch here. Lineups for West Milford leading off. And is number 16, Lydia Conjay. She takes a strike. Melissa Proud bats second, she plays center field. Riley Gozan, she's a veteran. Batting cleanup is Izzy Gibson. Haley Ocasio is on the line here today for Brooklyn. She's only on 1-2. Batting fifth, playing left field, Emma Gibson. She's number 8. Batting sixth, Megan Allwood. She plays right field, number 7. Followed by Ariana Moran, Daisy Barker, Ariana Canetti. She's on outside. Puts it on defense. Kaylee Ocasio is on the road today. Behind the plate, battery made jerseys of Varsity. First baseman, Brianna Armstrong. There's a high fly ball. And going to shortstop Casey Mullen, and she ends for the first out. And there is Casey Mullen playing shortstop. Natasha Aviles plays third base. Out in left field today, Jordan Calessa. Center fielder, Stephanie. And joining me today is my partner Vincent Chimichillo, and of course Vincent, just like basketball, so there was a lot of high level aspirations. He certainly played very well in both basketball
gotten better as time has gone on. This is a team that is, I feel like they're going to take a big jump this year. The key part of any team is keeping those core pieces, and Milford was able to keep pretty much every starter on their lineup, apart from really one person, including someone who graduated. So Clinton did a great job keeping their core pieces. They have a lot of experience, great coach, and they're only a few games away last year from being a team that was 500. So you keep core pieces and you're almost 500 games around the industry. I think it's a team to watch this year.
certainly so true. It does help so much. We have juniors and seniors that have played varsity that let it down last year. You know, it pays dividends as we juniors and seniors as we saw in pro basketball. Seniors, including center fielders.
Yeah, so I mean, people see something happens. Having high school sports, when you have a team, it's not just about having players who that's community. And that's a reason why a couple players like that. There's a couple people and that's how good they are in softball. They're not to that's confidence. They're strong out.
Ground ball towards third base, just beyond the reach of, Natasha Aviles. She couldn't play it. They're going to call that a hit. West Milford is Alyssa Proud. Seeing base hit. So with 1 out and 1 on. Coming up now is the catcher, Riley Kazan. She's number 10.
I'm not too worried about that play much. I think that's just one of those plays where as the season goes on, let's see stuff that'll be able to get cleaned
Here we are, opening day, top of the fields. Round in goes there, the big foul. Followed by another hit. So certainly trouble here early for Ocasio in the top of the first inning, and they'll have a meeting of the minds here on the hill. Just kind of discuss a little bit. Are they going to play back? I wonder now so early in the game. Are they going to play double play depth? Are they going to play the infield in? Maybe try to cut a run down here early. It'll be interesting to see how the defense here is lifted. But certainly don't want to fall too far behind too early this West Coast.
Second or third. So if Milford Middle make a play on the infield, they can potentially get 2 out from the double play and head right into the off the
That now certainly want to throw a strike, trust your defense. The 3-2 pitch. He steps out. Casio deals, and it's a walk, so a force-and-a-run. So 4 consecutive base runners for West Milford, and you can see Ocasio snapping the ball in her glove. Certainly upset that she lost. Well, those Bella cling there. She had her 0-2 and then lost her.
Yeah, those last couple pitches. I mean, it started out as a 1-2 count, and now it's a walk. I mean, you got to be more careful and more composed when you're on the mound like that. But again, it's very early on. It's only 1-0. Let's see if we can get this team to draw here.
Ocasio now making a ball with. She throws a ball gently. Ocasio fields it, fair ball. It is called out. A run does score, so give a ribby to Megan Allwood. Run does score. Now is recorded. Now second and third time. There's 2 runs in for West Milford. Nice play by Ocasio coming off the mound. Was able to carry that towards the first baseline, close to 10. And report the out. Runner from third did score, but there's still 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah,
coming up now is Carolina Moran.
Allwood did exactly what their job was to do those 4 runs, right? Even if you do get out, you put a run on the board, you get that extra lead. 1-0 to 2, difference of 2 runs.
Nice ball in between, come on in, and it's a great catch. Nice catch there by the right fielder, Vanessa Aviles, and that'll retire the side. And West Milford, go reporters. 2 runs on 3 hits. Lead 2-0 as we enter into the bottom of the first. Back short.
Welcome back to Clifton, just outside Christopher Columbus High School. As leading off today is Kaylee Ocasio. She's the pitcher. She leads off here today, number 12. Clifton down 2-0 early. Ocasio left-handed bat.
And it's always good to have a lefty in the start of your batting order, right, Monty? I mean, it's not easy pitching against both of them.
And here's a flare towards left field. Base hit. Good start here for Clifton as Ocasio strokes a base hit in between the left fielder and the center fielder. And first hit of the game, obviously first batter for the game for Clifton.
And you know, one thing I love about that, such a versatile player, right? It's not easy to pitch and to play and to hit, and she's able to do both of those things. I mean, just a very, very good player and a good start to the inning that you're looking for in a game like this. I mean, 2 runs, a very good job by Les Milford off rip, but Clifton's looking to hopefully pass them up and or at the very least tie the game.
And here is Casey Mullen. She bats righty. She stares down a ball up high. On the hill.
That's a name you've heard all year, right, Monty?
Yeah. Number 2 on the hill is Ariana Canetti. She is pitcher for West Milford. Pitch, swing and strike, evens up the count at 1. Man on first, early stages here at Clifton, 2-0 West Milford. Just getting started. Clifton looking to see if they can score a run or 2 on their own here on the bottom half of the first.
And, you know, the weather might play a little bit of a factor today in this game, Marcello. You know, it's a little bit windy out, and that could affect where the ball goes while it's in the air and the speed of the pitch. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind.
Stares in, ball inside. So Mullen here ahead of the count. Good start here on defense for West Milford. On the hill again is Ariana Canetti. Catcher is Riley Quaza as Mullen swings and misses. So she's retired. First strikeout for Canetti. First base is Izzy Gibson. Second base, Bella King. Playing shortstop today for West Milford is Lydia Paget. Third base is Ariana Moran. Out in left field, Emma Gibson. Center field, Alyssa Crowell. And out in right field is Megan Allwood. Batting up here now is Jordan Colessa playing left field. As she steps in, swinging strike. Good pitch there, tailing away. So first runner on, that is Ocasio. She led off with a nice base hit to left center. Mullen did strike out. Now third batter of the game here for Clifton is Colessa. And she swings and fouls it off.
Good thing, though, she's making contact with the ball, right? At least she got her bat on it. She's able to see a couple pitches here, know that she can make contact with the ball. It gives her a little bit of a confidence boost. Now, if she could just make some contact with it and do what her teammate did, it would be a big help for Clifton here.
And there's a stroke off the pitcher, right goes through. And nice hit there as that'll advance the runner to third. That's Kaylee Ocasio going first to third. Nice stroke there by Colessa. Was off the shin of the pitcher. They're going to come check on her, see if she's okay. And there was such momentum on the ball that it actually ricocheted right into the outfield. So hard hit ball by Colessa. We got things going here for Clifton early. First and third, one out.
Yeah, she did a really good job making contact with the ball there. I mean, just being able to rip it and get it. And the fact that it went off her foot and went right into the outfield tells you how hard that ball was hit. So an excellent job there. Now you got a runner on third.
And here is Sikorsky, base hit to left center. There's Sikorsky. And there is Josie Sikorsky. Actually now first Clifton high school softball player in 6 years to record 100 hits.
And
so
also
congratulations to Josie.
And it's an RBI as well. She could not be more happy about that one. So congratulations to her. Her teammates going absolutely
That's awesome.
berserk.
They have the signs up there offering congratulations. She wasted no time. First pitch, she ripped it out to left field. And Ribby. And certainly Coach Mooney, when emailing me today back the lineup, she made sure to have us make mention of the fact that if she does get a hit, let's announce it on the live stream. And certainly, Vinny, she didn't waste any time.
And it's absolutely well-deserved. I mean, you know, the first time in 6 years anyone's done that. And even if it was, this is a yearly thing, it's still a huge achievement to get 100 hits. Just an excellent hit. They're able to rip that one and add an RBI. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better 100th hit, and she's definitely going to remember this for a long time.
Batting up now is number 17, Natasha Velez. She plays third base, and she is batting fifth in the lineup. So Clifton able to get a run back, still threatening first and second, just one out. As pitcher Ariana Canetti steps in. Ball, catches the inside corner. Took some speed off of it.
An excellent pitch there, able to put it in a perfect spot. You even saw her turn to her side because she thought the ball is in a little close, but no, I mean, right in the perfect spot, right in that corner.
Pitch. Swinging strike. Good pitch high and away. Now strike out.
Yeah, baseball and softball players alike. They love to swing at those pitches that go a little bit upstairs. And it was a good pitch. I mean, able to mix it up a little bit. And you can see her on the mound. She's trying to just lock in a little bit because 2 runners on, you don't want to give up any more runs than you need to.
Foul ball. Now batting is number 8, right fielder Vanessa Aviles.
And Aviles made the catch on the final out in the top of the first inning.
Yes, she did. Yeah. So 2 strikeouts so far for West Milford. Ball upstairs. That'll even up the count at 1. So again, good bottom half here at Clifton. Certainly getting base runners on. Another base hit here most likely would tie up game. Down 2-1. Stepping in way outside. Not even close. So good eye there. Stay off that. Don't want to fall into a hole here. So they want to get into a hitter's count. And here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good rip there ahead of the count. Got a good pitch to hit. Just was way ahead of it. So I need to slow that down. And now here is a critical pitch here for Clifton. Down 2-1, bottom first. Pitch. Foul to the left-hand side. He'll do it again. Villas steps in. Pitch. Upstairs. Good look there. And that'll run the count full. So on second base is Jordan Colessa. She is the tying run. Pitch. Swing. Miss. That'll retire the side. 3rd strikeout of the inning for Canetti. And at the end of 1, West Milford 2, Clifton 1. Okay, welcome back now to the top of the second inning. 1 inning complete. Score line is 2-1 in favor of visiting West Milford. As Ocasio looks to deal, did she go around? Yes, she did. She offered. Up to bat now is Daisy Barca. First at bat.
You know, Marcelo, I was thinking about this. You know, when you look at the scoreboard, you see that it's 2-1. Would you consider that? Would you consider and say she was struggling a little bit, or do you think she played the inning just right?
You know, I think with Ocasio, you're referring to the pitcher. I mean, it's tough. It's opening day. The nerves are going. You have a good crowd here. I think she just needs to settle in. And certainly, she has good stuff. Just needs to, continue to get ahead of the hitters. I think that's important, right? Yeah. You don't want to fall too far behind. If you get into 2-1, 3-1 counts, certainly that favors the hitter. I think, she got ahead a couple times, swinging strike there, foul ball.
And I think the fielders did a really good job as well.
Yeah, no question. I think that she definitely got helped by her defense, certainly in right field. Vanessa Villas played that perfectly. I think it's just when you get ahead, staying ahead. She was ahead a couple times early and then fell behind, and I think that kind of hurt her. She was able to limit the damage, only giving up 2 runs. And here is Barca at the plate.
Clifton was also able to cut that lead in half in the bottom of the first, so I think they did a very good job through and through. I'm very happy with the way Clifton's been playing so far, and I'm sure West Milford's happy with the way they've been playing, and I think this is going to be a good matchup. I mean, last year it wasn't really particularly close game. This one, I think it might be a little different today. I think this is a more experienced Clifton team. This is a more well-seasoned Clifton team. And also, one thing I will mention, this is a very well-coached Clifton team.
No question about that. And that goes a long way, certainly with the development of these players. These players have responded. There's a strike, swinging strike, first strikeout of the game for Ocasio. Just as we mentioned, got ahead and was able to close down Barca. So first strikeout for Clifton.
Ocasio with a nice pitch. I mean, didn't feed it right down the middle, but was able to put it in a spot. Swung, just completely missed the ball, but a great job by Ocasio there, showing West Milford what she could do.
So good start here by Ocasio. Top of the second, 1 out. Here's first pitch. Swing fouled back. That'll be 0-1. So certainly here, defense playing average length center field. Stephanie Flette playing somewhat shallow. Certainly has speed there to cover anything that are in the gaps. The reason why she's playing center field certainly has a lot of speed. Ocasio's going to place her trust in her defense here now. Second batter here of the inning. She deals. Low inside. Good block by Sikorsky. Certainly should get a workout back there. Let's run the count to 1-1.
I think one part of being a good, having a good pitching team, Marcelo, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but it's having a good catcher as well. And as far as I'm concerned, she has done a fantastic job back there so far, not letting anything really get past her.
Well, listen, having that experience, and there's a flare caught in between, but it falls to the second baseman, Adriana Cedeno, and she cleans it up. So 2 up, 2 down here, top half of the second inning for West Milford.
And it's all about teamwork right there. You saw she couldn't quite catch the ball in the air, but a good attempt and a nice athletic play. But being able to have that speed, back her up, get the ball, and being able to pick up that second out, that will really help Clifton's chances.
You score that 2 unassisted, actually. That's the second baseman made the play there, and that was a great play there by Cedeno backing up her first baseman. Here's a pitch upstairs. Batting now is Ariana Capetti. She steps in. Ocasio deals. Just misses the outside corner, now falling behind 2-0. So Ocasio getting the first 2 batters down, first with a strikeout, next with a ground out. So be a big help here for Clifton. She can retire the side in order and get their batters up. As coming up, it is 7, 8, 9 hitters for Clifton. Pitch right down the pipe, strike. Good pitch there by Ocasio.
Excellent job right there, showing off that speed.
Yeah, no question. Down 2-0 in the count. Showed her fastball. Was taking all the way. Wind still playing a factor here in Clifton. So here's Ocasio pitch upstairs. Falls behind now, 3-1.
Trying to get her to swing, she won't budge.
Yeah, she was looking to chase, looking to see if she could chase, but no. So she's going to have to come in here. Don't want to certainly give a freebie a walk. If anything, want to make her earn it, maybe put the ball in play. Trust your defense. As Ocasio deals, and that's a flare down left field, and that's going to fall in front of Jordan Colessa. So that's a base hit for West Milford, their 4th hit of the game. So 4th hit of the game. First hit of the 2nd inning.
And a good job by Colessa, too, as well. You know, it's a ball that landed in left field, but again, that's the 2nd inning in a row where she's been on the field and the ball got in front of her and she's not letting that runner move past first base.
No question. You got to play those cleanly. You don't want to give any free bags, that's for sure. Now here it comes again. Lydia Paget batting. She was showing 16, Paget. Okay, so that was Paget. Okay. So Paget.
And she does the bunt down the 3rd baseline, but that one will roll out of bounds. Or foul territory, and you know that's interesting because she did show bunt last time and she decides to go with it again. I actually like that play a lot.
You know, sometimes that'll work. I mean, here is Alyssa Krause. She actually had a base hit. She plays center field and did score a run. So with a runner on first.
Very active player so far in this game.
As she does try to lay one down again. Sikorsky plays, has no play. She will hold. She'll run down to 3rd base. Certainly don't want to have that runner advance. As number 16, Lydia Paget's on 2nd base. 3
attempts at that at bat to try and bunt, and 3rd time's the charm. I mean, yeah, she didn't get out, and she got right to first. I mean, excellent speed, a very good play, and this is a big deal here for West Milford. They got 2 runners on with 2 outs. I mean, and they have some of their, you know, they're back to the top of the order again, and they you know, they're going through all their batters a 2nd time, and they know what they've already seen her. They've already seen these pitches from Ocasio. So let's see if they can make some more magic happen.
And here is number 10, Riley Kaza. She's batting 3rd, and look good to hit from here. And it is a strike, delayed strike call by the ump. So big pitch there by Ocasio, getting ahead in the count 0-1.
Again, she's showing off that speed. I love that fastball.
So certainly trouble here for Clifton, as Ocasio was able to get the 2 first batters retired. Now back-to-back hits for West Milford.
A couple of these pitches in the last few at-bats have been a little bit high, a little bit wild, but she needs to settle in, maybe go with that fastball again, because that is one pitch that has seemed to be working in the early parts of these at-bats. And she does go with the fastball again, maybe even a little lower than usual, but another good pitch. 1-2.
As Ocasio stares in. Big critical moment here early. Don't want to fall behind too early. Swinging strike. Strikes are out, and that'll retire the side. With no runs, 2 hits, no errors. And at the end of 1.5, West Milford 2, Clifton 1.
I'll be back.
Okay, welcome back outside Clifton Christopher Columbus Middle School as Ariana Canepi deals as batting is, for the first time in the game, center fielder Stephanie Flette. Certainly basketball star too.
Another person on this team who is a multi-sport athlete. We'd love to see those.
Yeah, great athlete, great person overall. There's been a couple times I've subbed in classes where she's been in, and we've had great conversations as she tries to lay one down, but that'll roll foul.
As a substitute in class, and she's a good student.
Yeah, very good student, very well aware. Good disposition, great athlete.
And as an athlete, one thing I noticed about her, especially when watching her, Marcello, and you can back me up, great speed.
100%. Yeah, you can see it on the basketball court, and certainly it plays a factor here. That's why she plays center field as she flies one out towards right. That'll be foul, so still an 0-2 count. Ariana Canepi on the mound for West Milford. Did give up a run in the first inning, but did strike out 3 as she deals. Fouled away. Staying alive is Stephanie Flette, down 0-2.
I like it. Not afraid to swing the bat. Making some good contact here. Just got to straighten it out a little bit. I love what I'm seeing so far, but the pitching so far, through and through, on both sides, for Clifton and for the Highlanders, has been fantastic.
As she deals again, and Flette once again fouls it off. A great at-bat here by Stephanie Flette. Making Ariana Canepi work.
Goes off the hood of a car, too. So anybody who comes to these games at CCMS, please be aware. A ball may come hit your car.
Yeah. Flette seals in, and a call strike inside corner as she nipped the inside corner. Good pitching there by Ariana Canepi. That's her 4th strikeout of the game. Second one looking.
Yeah, Canepi has done a really good job. Another backwards K there, and a good job by her to be able to keep Clifton to only 1 run.
And stepping in now is Andrea Cedeno. She plays second base. First at bat of the game. She steps in down 0-1. Canepi deals, and it's like a flare, and it's going to be foul. So quickly, Canepi goes ahead in the count 0-2. Tall, lanky right-hander, certainly has height, is able to find the strike zone, and has been able to, most of the batters here for Clifton, get ahead in the count. And here she stares down Cedeno 0-2. As, again, foul to the left. Need to be aware down there. Ball floats into the parking lot, hits the side of a Dodge Caravan.
And one thing you noticed you said about Canepi, I was going to mention a little later, Marcello, is that she's tall. She's able to put so much behind these pitches, so much behind it, that it's really hard to swing at.
As she stares in 0-2 inside. Good look there by Cedeno, taking 1-2 now is the count. Clifton looking to see if they can muster any offense here. Down 2-1, still early stages. Home opener here in Clifton. Canepi deals, and a flare, and it's going to fall.
Fair ball.
And it's a fair ball, so a base hit for Cedeno. And she gets on as it fell in front of the left fielder, Emma Gibson. And Cedeno with a clean hit.
And as a softball or baseball player, one of the hardest things to do is to hit that ball. But at an 0-2 count, when on a 1-2 count, when you have 2 strikes in general, it makes it even more difficult because it's a whole psychological thing. Should I swing? Should I not? She was able to get a swing, keep it fair, and we got a runner on.
And Canepi deals. Up bat now is Brianna Armstrong, first baseman. As Canepi wastes no time, gets ahead in the count 0-1. I like these kinds of pitchers. They don't waste time. They get up and they fire. Make this game go quickly. As Armstrong swinging foul as Andrea Cedeno. Oh wait, is it a? I'm sorry. I thought it was a foul ball.
I don't.
My
think
mistake.
She got a piece of that.
Okay.
I think it just went past her, but
so a pass ball then by the catcher Riley Quaza, who's behind the plate, and Armstrong swings. And there's a strikeout. So 5th strikeout of the game for Canepi.
An excellent job by her. Picking up 5 Ks so far. Excellent job.
5 strikeouts early, and coming up to bat now again, pitcher Kaylee Ocasio. She was able to hit and a run scored in the first inning. and she tries to lay one down the third base line. It's a good hit. Up, down, and she does find a way to first base. Nice idea there by Ocasio as she was purposely going down left field. You can see that the third baseman, Ariana Moran, was playing deep, so she purposely laid it down there. And now here we are again, first and third for Clifton, as coming up to bat is Casey Mullen.
I think in every inning so far, Monty, top of first, top of second, bottom of first, bottom of first, top of second, bottom of second. I feel like so far it has been the same scenario. 2 outs with 2 runners on.
And advancing to second is Ocasio on a pass ball. So now we have 2 runners in scoring position. Up high is pitch. So Casey Mullen playing shortstop, sophomore, here with a chance. Base hit could potentially give Clifton the lead. As Canepe looks, deals. Strike outside as she paints the outside corner.
Excellent pitch.
Really nice pitch there as she worked her inside, worked her outside. And here is Mullen. She's going to have to try to stay alive here. And runners on second and third. Pitch. Stroked up the middle. Shortstop plays it across the diamond. And what's the call going to be? And she is retired. Nice play by the first baseman, Izzy Gibson, as she was trailed off the bag by Lydia Paget's throw. But Casey Mullen is retired, and that will retire the side. As Clifton, with no runs and 2 hits, no errors in the field for West Milford, has scored at the end of 2 is West Milford 2, Clifton 1. All right, welcome back to Clifton, as leading off for West Milford here. Top third is Izzy Gibson. She had a base hit, was advanced to second. So second at bat here for Gibson. 1 for 1 in the game. Still pitching is Ocasio. Ocasio does have 1 strikeout in the game. Has been able to limit the damage. Still scored 2-1, even though there have been base runners on in both innings for West Milford. Only 2 runs thus far. Pitch upstairs, even up to count 1-1.
Back to back upstairs. Gotta be a little careful here.
Yep. You want to definitely change the eye length here for batter. Certainly, you could see that Izzy Gibson certainly has potential possibly to run 1 deep here, so you do want to be careful. Here's a pitch. Fouled away. Swung late. So Ocasio again getting ahead in the count.
And Ocasio, although, she only has 1 strikeout and her rival has 5, it's still only a 2-1 game. So to do that and, keep the game as close as it is, it's impressive.
Yeah, defense is playing well behind her, and there's a strike. Nice pitch there on the outside corner. And just as we were discussing, you certainly want to change the depth of the eyesight for the hitter, and she was able to do that there. So here's a 2-strike pitch here for Ocasio. Looking to see again if she could retire first batter of the inning, and that's fouled away again. Again, running
everything behind that swing.
Running lineups here again for Clifton. First base, playing first base is Brianna Armstrong. Second baseman Andrea Cedeno had a play earlier in the game that was very nice, backed up Armstrong. Casey Mullen, sophomore, playing shortstop, and Natasha Aviles, third baseman, as Ocasio ball in the dirt. So good at bat here by Gibson, running the count full. Jordan Kolesin left, Stephanie Flette in center, Vanessa Aviles in right, and of course Josie Sikorsky behind the plate was able to get her 100th hit as a senior here for Clifton. First time in 6 years. Congratulations to Josie.
Congratulations to her. Well deserved. Played really hard through and through as long as she's been here. And of course, what better way to get a hit than to put Clifton on the board?
As Gibson is battling. Good at bat here. Count is full. Ocasio way upstairs, and she loses her. So base on balls for Gibson.
And those are 3 pitches so far. All 3 out of the 4 pitches, at the very least, in that at bat when that were called ball were upstairs. So she's got to try and lower that pitch. I understand she's trying to get her to swing, and it's a good strategy. There are many pitchers you'll see across softball that will do that all game long, but she's got to lower it. The Highlanders are just not biting.
Up to bat now is Bella Kling. She had a base hit in a ribby. And ball in the dirt. Sikorsky, nice block. That keeps Gibson at first.
Showing that bunt again, too.
Yeah, you could see Kling certainly looking to lay one down, possibly sacrifice Gibson over to second. You could see corner infielders are playing in. Armstrong at first base. At third base, Natasha Avila is playing in. So corners are playing in. Middle infielders in between. Certainly they're expecting the bunt. Sikorsky coming out, having a conference with Ocasio, making sure that they're on the same page. As Kling steps back in the box. Here we go. Top third, 2-1 West Milford. Early stages of this game. Home opener for Clifton. Certainly Clifton wants to get off on the right foot here. Try to get a win here on their home opener as Ocasio stares into Kling. Ocasio deals. Swing and a miss. Nice off-speed pitch there by Ocasio. Certainly Kling way ahead.
Yeah, an excellent job there. Excellent pitch, put it in a perfect spot. And, of course, to throw her off a little off-speed. But like I said earlier in the game, I do love that fastball.
Avila's playing in a little bit. Armstrong backs off, wind blowing in an easterly direction. Certainly Kling steps out. And here we are, we'll reset. Here is Ocasio. She deals. She tries to lay one down again. Foul. So here she is trying to advance. Certainly Clifton expecting on defensive end. Ocasio, nice pitch inside. So a tough pitch to bunt. As Kling trying to lay one down. Certainly easier said than done. Ocasio again stares in. Sikorsky behind the plate. Infielders playing shallow length. Swing and down the third base line, but foul again. Bella Kling with a good at bat here. Again, she stroked the base hit in the first inning and did have a ribby. So 1 RBI though for Kling in the game, as the other RBI is credited to. Let me see what the other RBI. Bella Kling and Alyssa Crowell have ribbies so far today for West Milford. And here is again Ocasio stares in and foul ball once again. What an at bat here, Vinny, by Bella Kling.
I mean, this is 2 people to start the inning and 2 fantastic at bats. I mean, able to stay alive, swinging the bat, and that's what I love about these 2 teams right now. When both of them have people in the batter's box, they're not afraid to swing the bat. And it makes the game more interesting. It makes it more fun, and I love it.
Yeah, here Ocasio certainly don't want to lose Kling, though. Don't want to go back-to-back walks. Pitch. Sky towards center. Flette underneath. Grabs it easily. Nice play by Stephanie Flette. Played her perfectly. So a fly out for Kling. battle won there by Ocasio. So 1 out. Still a runner at first.
And you know what? Even though that was a fly out, an excellent play there, an excellent at bat. But you can tell. But I think she may have had a little bit more behind that if she was up to bat earlier. Because when you're in the batter's box for that long, not only do those mind games start to settle in, but you start to get a little tired too.
So here is now Emma Gibson, left fielder. She had a base hit in the first inning. Ocasio stares in. Pitch fouled away. Way late on that one. So Ocasio getting ahead in the count, 0-1. Defense playing very well behind Ocasio. They've made all the plays, even the base hits, as you mentioned, Vinny. They're playing them clean. Because, even a base hit, let's say to left field, as we saw on a couple of occasions with Jordan Kalesa, she's playing it clean, getting it in. No free bags here for West Milford.
Not at all.
Ocasio deals, strokes down, base hit in between third and short. Kalesa there was able to play it. No advancement, and she throws in. So a clean base hit for Emma Gibson, her second base hit of the game.
And Marcello, do you think going into this game, Clifton is still thinking about that game from last year, that opening game against West Milford?
Very well, could be. Sometimes these athletes, they do have short memories. I mean, you do have them fester. But again, this is a new year. Certainly new expectations here for Clifton. Again, Ocasio having to deal with some issues here. Two runners every inning. West Milford has had at least 2 base runners on, as we are here in the third. Megan Allwood, right fielder.
And she swung at that one that was in the dirt. And again, Ocasio, she's been having a lot of pitches so far, like I said, that's been pretty high. Putting it in the dirt there, again, good strategy, made her swing. You just got to be able to get these 2 outs. But a common thing, like you said, every inning so far, West Milford has had 2 runners on, but this time it's with 1 out, not 2. This could be dangerous.
And Ocasio stares into Allwood in the dirt. Not sure if it hit her. Advancing to second.
I think it just got past her. But
yeah. Advancing to second is Emma Gibson. So both runners advance. So we have second and third. We have Izzy Gibson at third, Emma Gibson at second. I'm going to assume that these 2 are sisters. And the second and third, the Gibson girls are on second and third with Ocasio dealing 1 out. And it looks like it may have hit the batter because Megan Allwood is going to first. So they're going to say that it did hit her. So bases loaded here now for Ariana Moran, who flied out towards center, her first at-bat. So, again, critical at-bat here for West Milford. Clifton playing shallow, playing in between, actually. Infielders are playing in between. See if they can cut down that run to home. Force at any bag. Ocasio deal, strike, good pitch.
Excellent.
Swing and a miss. Fastball right down the middle as Moran swings and misses. So again, still a game here, 2-1, top third. Ocasio 0-1. Moran staring down. Our coach getting some signals, waiting for the winds to subside here a little bit.
And no reason to be in a rush either. I love it. There's a mind game all the time during this.
She fouls it off way late on that one, and Ocasio again getting ahead in the count, 0-2. So despite the fact that she's had some lengthy at-bats, Ocasio still dealing, getting ahead in the count. Really has to trust her stuff here. Trust your defense. They've played well behind you. Certainly don't want West Milford to get ahead any further here in the top of third. Sikorsky giving directions. Moran, she'll step out. Everybody making sure that they're on the same page here. Umpire gives her, there's the pitch. Where is it? Upstairs. That'll run the count to 1-2.
Just got to be able to finish on these at-bats. She's gotten almost every batter here to 2 strikes and a lot of great at-bats, but I mean, of course, as a pitcher, Ocasio just wants to be able to get out of this inning ASAP.
As she deals 1-2. Yes! Strike 3. Great pitch by Ocasio. She nipped the inside corner. Third strikeout of the game. As Moran strikes out. And coming up to bat now is Daisy Barca. And she grounded out. Actually, has a little fly up towards second base. So, again, Daisy Barca 0 for 1 coming in. Great strikeout there by Ocasio with 1 out. Was able to get a strikeout there. Now 2 outs. 1 out away from getting out of a jam. Ocasio stares in. Zagorski with her fingers down. Pitch. Roped up the middle. Off the glove. There is Mullen. She has no play. So, unfortunately, it fell off the glove of Ocasio. Just off the webbing, went to Mullen. Mullen had no choice but to eat it. So a run scored for West Milford. Give a credit Ribby for Daisy Barca.
And it's now 3-1 West Milford. And man, I mean, a good attempt there by Ocasio, but she just couldn't get the glove there, and with enough time to make a play on it. Mullen able to get on the ball, but not before West Milford was able to score 3-1 Islanders.
And here comes the bat, Lydia Paget, shortstop. She is 1 for 2 in the game. Paget steps in. Ocasio in the dirt. Bases loaded once again. So, as you said, Vincent, certainly a play there that, you wish you had back because it did hit the glove, came out. Unfortunately, by the time Mullen retrieved it, it was way too late. So, trying to keep them here to 3. Ground ball towards short. Tough hop for Mullen. She can't play it. And 2 runs look like they will score. In between is a pickle. Third baseman. And they got her at second. Nice play there by Clifton. Able to cut down Emma Gibson trying to come back. Or Daisy Barca rather. So runs do score here for West Milford. But good defense by Clifton to end the inning.
5-1 Highlanders.
As they score.
It is 5. The scoreboard does say 5-1. They scored 2, I believe.
3 runs.
It's 4. I believe it's 4, but the scoreboard here does say 5. I believe it's 4 because I believe she only got 1 runner.
I think the first runner advanced.
And they got her.
Yeah. So 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. So at the end of 2.5, West Milford 5, Clifton 1.
We'll be back.
I hate that. Yeah, but 5. Okay, welcome back as we are now in the bottom third. West Milford scoring 3 runs on the top half, lead 5-1 as Ariana Capetti deals low and inside. Up to bat is Jordan Colessa. Jordan Colessa is 0 for 1. And she ropes a flare down towards left center, and that'll fall right in front of Alyssa Crowell, and she'll throw in as leading hit for Clifton as Jordan Colessa with a base hit.
Put it right in center field. That's what every single batter wants to do at every single hit. Got a perfect pitch that she liked, put it right into shallow center. And
here is Zagorski. Zagorski recorded, and as a pass ball. So Kalesa will advance to second.
Yep.
And Josie Sikorsky steps in. Her lone at bat thus far. Ribby with a base hit. Of course, her 100th hit as a Clifton softball varsity player. Here she is trying again, see if she can get another hit here, maybe score Kalesa from second base.
Trying to get 101, right?
Yeah, Clifton not wasting any time, trying to get back into this game, down 5-1, but still only bottom third. So plenty of time left here to go in this game as Capetti deals. Inside, just missed. Good eye there by Sikorsky. Infield playing average length. Crawl playing center field, little deep, way outside, and Sikorsky draws a base on balls. So second time in the game that Sikorsky's reached. So far a hit and a base on balls for Sikorsky, as this will bring up Natasha Aviles. Aviles struck out looking first time up in the first inning. So here is Aviles with an opportunity. First and second, no out. So Clifton wasting no time here, bottom third, trying to get some runs back. As stated, still early in the game. Natasha Aviles, meeting of the mound here from West Milford, making sure that they're on the same page. Ariana Capetti still on the mound. Battery mate is catcher Riley Quazza. And coming up now is Natasha Aviles. Inside, good look. 1-0. You can see West Milford playing deep. Certainly possibly looking to give up a run. Don't want to lead to a big inning here as Capetti deals. 1-0. Way upstairs, 2-0. So good sign here, though, for Aviles. 2-0 count. You may want to hone in on something here. Pick a spot. If it's there, give it a rip. Here is Capetti. Way behind. Lose control. Both runners will advance.
And this is totally unlike those first couple of innings when we've seen her pitch. It's completely different. She's so all over the place right now. She's got to be able to try and hone in and capture what she had in those first two innings.
So Capetti with 5 strikeouts so far, losing control of the strike zone. Here, gripping her hand, a 3-0 pitch, deals, and base on balls. So certainly second base on balls in the inning for Clifton.
And a very dangerous spot for the Highlanders. They're up 5-1, and now Clifton bases loaded with no outs.
So first, second, and third. You have Kalesa at third, Sikorsky at second, Aviles at first. And coming up to bat is Vanessa Aviles. She struck out also in the first inning, and she takes a called strike. So bases loaded, no outs, 5-1 West Milford. Clifton here with an opportunity to try to cut down that score line. Vanessa Aviles, 0-1, strike.
Quickly 0-2.
Ariana Capetti painting the inside corner, now outside corner. So Aviles in a hole, 0-2. Certainly just try to keep the ball in play, way outside, 1-2.
And that one was a little outside and a little high. But as a pitcher, that's a dangerous pitch to throw because you better hope your catcher gets there. If not, you're still at home and you're getting a couple of those runs back.
Yeah, you certainly have to place trust in your battery mate. 1-2. Fouled away. Good stroke there by Aviles.
Again, a good sign for her this at-bat, at least making contact with the ball. So, again, another one of these at-bats where you got to make contact with the ball, continue to make contact with the ball.
Yeah, put the ball in play. Good things happen. Absolutely. Here is Capetti. Shallow fly ball. Coming on is the shortstop. Nice play there by Lydia Paget as she plays it cleanly. So that'll be the first out of the inning as Vanessa Aviles pops out to the shortstop, and that records the first out of the inning. So still bases loaded, 1 out. Big spot here for Stephanie Filete as she takes a strike. She also was a strikeout victim in the first inning as Capetti goes ahead 0-1 quickly.
Yeah, and the fly ball isn't the worst thing to happen there because you want to because you can at least sacrifice an out to get a run that gets a run on the board and cuts down that lead.
Upstairs, 1-1. So both teams so far playing very well on the defensive end, making all the plays. And Capetti stares in. Quasi her battery mate. Pitch. Stroked up the middle. Loose ball. Where is it? On the third is going to be out at home. Good force there. Good play by Ariana Moran. Third baseman played it cleanly. Was able to get the force at home. Cut down that run. So still bases loaded. Flete will advance to first. You score that 5-2.
And a complete turnaround for what we saw at the beginning of the inning. I mean, Clifton had bases loaded with no outs. Still bases loaded. But now not one, but 2 outs. And a credit to the Highlanders, the West Milford defense through and through. From the pitching to the actual fielding, it's been excellent. And being able to keep Clifton from scoreless here in this inning.
Swing and a miss, strike. As hit the bat now is Andrea Cedeno. She was able to get a hit her first at bat. So 1 for 1 coming in. Need another base hit here. Fouled away. 2 strikes now. So certainly Ariana Capetti got herself into a hole with 2 walks and a base hit. Bases loaded, no out. She's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. As she stares in, winds, delivers, pitch, upstairs. Good look there by Cedeno. Cedeno again, 1 for 1. Trying to stroke another base hit here. Try to keep the ball in play. Infield playing back. Certainly looking to just record the last out of the inning as Capetti winds and deals. Strike 3, and Capetti strikes out Cedeno.
Back half of that inning, too. I mean, that was unbelievable. Clifton had bases loaded from pretty much the start.
Bases loaded, no outs, unable to scratch a run. And Capetti was able to record her 6th strikeout. So at the end of 3, West Milford 5, Clifton 1. Welcome back, everyone, to Clifton, New Jersey. We are now in the top half of the 4th inning as Lydia Paget will lead us off. She is 1 for 2 in the game, base hit. As she tries to lay one down, coming in is Ocasio across and beyond the outstretched arms of Armstrong. I don't think she would have got her anyway. So a leadoff bunt hit for Paget gets things started for West Milford.
And a great hit there too. Just couldn't quite field the ball and get the throw there properly. But even then, if the throw was perfect, like you said, she might not got her anyways. That speed was probably one of the fastest we've seen anyone run all game long, and she was able to get there no problem.
All right, so here we go. Ocasio stares in. Sikorsky, and fouled away.
One thing I'd love to mention is that at Christopher Columbus, we have 2 fields here. We have one field with the varsity team, and then the JV team right next to us is also playing as well. So we get to see some of our future stars.
That's right.
Clifton High School.
Yep. As Ocasio deals, Riley Quaz at the plate. And my apologies, as that was Alyssa Crowell with the hit. She is 2 for... She's actually 3 for 3, Alyssa Crowell, who just had the base hit with a run scored. So,
an excellent
nice
start.
game for Alyssa Crowell, center fielder. And Riley Quazza now, catcher. She is base on balls, so she's 0 for 1 with a run scored herself. Pitch in the dirt. As again, Ocasio getting into early trouble here in the 4th. Riley Quazza, number 10, catcher, battery mate for Ariana Capetti. As she steps in, swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Ocasio. She threw it right by her. So Ocasio getting back in the count. Certainly trying to keep that runner at first if possible. As Quazza steps in once again, Ocasio stares in. Pitch. Rope towards left. And that is going to be a... What's the call?
I think
foul ball.
Foul ball, yeah.
No call right away as Jordan Kalesa was there. Can't see it from this angle.
Very close call, but
not sure how far that was, but certainly that would have been trouble if that was fair.
Looked like it was pretty close, but man, I mean, if she straightens that out, that ball might be hitting the fence.
Ocasio now stares in. 2 strikes. Pitch. Just got a piece. Is Quazza to stay alive. Here we are, early stages again. Now we're getting towards the middle frames of these innings, though, so certainly down 5-1. Clifton are going to try to at least avoid getting any more runs scored here by West Milford. Need to bear down, try to get out of this inning and get back up again here in the bottom half as Ocasio stares in. Sikorsky behind the plate, fouled away. Good at bat here again by Quazza. She fouls it off. So Quazza, again, base on balls and a strikeout, does have a run scored. Lydia Paget ended the inning last inning, so here we have Quazza, and following would be Izzy Gibson on deck. As Ocasio stares in. Pitch. And I can't see it from here. It's fouled back. Oh, almost caught by the fan. Should have had it, but he'll throw it back. Oh, just nearly hit a teammate as he did. Nice play there, though, by Trey. Good instincts there.
Yeah, it definitely saved. It might have saved the fan.
Maybe saved the windshield. Yeah.
That's why we're all insured, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we are all insured.
2 strikes again. Quazza steps in. Great at bat here. Ocasio trying to finish her off and fouled away again. Wow. We've had some lengthy at bats here. This game may not end till about 6 o'clock.
I was going to say the same thing. There have been a ton of lengthy at bats so far in this game, and a lot of competitive at bats.
Here is Ocasio once again. This is like the 7th pitch of the at bat. Pitch. Ropes down third. Nice play. Going to second. And no, beyond the outstretched arms of Cedeno. There's an error there. That's going to be the first error of the game. And that will score Crowell as running to second is Quazza. So certainly a play there had by the third baseman, Natasha Velas. Was looking to get the force at second, but coming over was Cedeno, and it was beyond her outstretched arms. So an error there. Not sure what the call is here. What's going on? Umpire, another meeting of the mound. So we're going to give a run scored to Crowell. That's her second run scored. Quazza advances to second on the E5. First error of the game. And that's a costly one. It scores a run. Still no outs here in the 4th inning as West Milford now stretches their lead to 6-1 as Coach Mooney goes out to the mound, Vincent.
If you're the coach here, Marcelo, how long do you wait until you make a pitching change?
Well, that's a good question, Vinny. I'm not sure how much of a rope she has. I mean, certainly, she's been able to get ahead in counts. She's lost some batters. Give credit to West Milford. They've certainly had some very good at-bats here today. I think you do have to consider it, knowing that, this is the first game. Don't want to wear her too thin. Yeah. Not sure who's going to step behind her, but certainly bullpens are always critical in these types of games. But, here you want to bear down as Izzy Gibson steps in, first baseman.
And I think Ocasio-has done a good job, too. It's just, at the end of those at-bats, they're just competing.
As she ropes her lope down the third base line, that's going to be fair. As chasing down is Colessa, coming to score is West Milford, and give a double to Izzy Gibson. As she is now 2 for 2 with a walk. A run scored here is Quaza. She comes around to score. So a ribby double for Izzy Gibson stretches the lead out now to 7-1. So certainly getting away here from Clifton here early, as coming up to bat is Bella Kling, as she's had 2 ribbies, a base hit. She's flied out towards center, so she's 1 for 2 coming into the game. On second base is Izzy Gibson. Nice stroke there down the left field line. Played well by Colessa, but nothing you could do is Quaza scored very easily, as we are now 7-1 in the fourth. So yeah, Clifton having a hard time.
It's been a rough inning for Clifton so far. I mean, but, Ocasio has actually been pitching quite well, but West Milford has been making contact with every single ball that gets there. And again, kind of similar to the third inning, Marcelo. You watched it yourself. You saw every at-bat competitive.
Yeah, and you know what? It does wear a pitcher down. There's no question. I mean, you start losing your spots. Balls are more towards the middle of the plate. And certainly you've seen some hard-hit balls here in the inning. And it's paid dividends for West Milford if they cashed in once again. And Sikorsky tries to frame that one. That was outside. So you could see here Ocasio certainly where in the beginning of the game was nipping the corners here just off. And, give patience to West Milford. They are patient at the plate. So give them credit as Bella Kling, second baseman. She steps in ahead in the count. Gibson at second. Still no outs recorded here. She swings and misses. Good pitch there, though, by Ocasio low and away. Kling chased. As the score now is 7-1 in the fourth. Same lineup on the field for Clifton. No changes. Same for West Milford. Kling, left-handed batter. Fouls it back, and where does it land this time? Oh, just ahead of the Toyota Corolla. Nearly missed that one. Luckily, my car is on the right field line. All these balls are going down the left field line.
Yeah, I parked my car right next to a sign that said "Park at your own risk." So,
yeah, you got to be careful when you park the car here. All right, here we go with Kling. Ocasio steps in, deals. High can of corn. Mullen steps under it. Easy play for Mullen.
And that all right. That one not near a car. That one near a person with a glove, thank God.
Yeah. So give credit to Mullen. Easy play there. Was able to record the out. So Ocasio fights back. Gets the first out. Still Gibson at second with 1 out. And let's see what's going on here. We should have Emma Gibson coming up to plate. Emma Gibson has a 2 base hit. She's 2 for 2 coming in, actually. So Emma Gibson, left fielder number 8, 2 for 2 coming in here. Look to see if she can record her third hit. Ocasio deals. Fouled away. Good pitch there by Ocasio. Late was Gibson.
Again, another good pitch, but another one that they're able to make contact with. That tells you everything you need to know about this West Milford team. That's that they're here to compete. There's no question about that. I mean, you could just tell that by the scoreboard, but to have a pitch that good and for them to take a swing and to make contact tells you a lot.
Fouled away again, so Ocasio gets ahead in the count 0-2. See if she can get a strikeout here. And on deck is number 7, Megan Allwood.
If she does get a strikeout, that would make it her third of the game, I believe.
Yes, yep, she has 2 strikeouts so far. Actually, she has 3, I'm sorry. 3 strikeouts, 3 Ks. So looking for her 4th. And as Gibson steps in, 7-1. Top 4 pitch. Low inside.
2-2, one runner on. I'm so used to there being 2 outs with 2 runners on. I feel like that's been a situation we've been in a lot so far this game.
As she deals. Low and inside. Good look there by Gibson, not chasing. And it's Ocasio again, ahead 0-2 now, even in the count. You could hear the outfielders trying to provide words of encouragement to Ocasio as she stares in. Sikorsky behind the plate. Gibson taking a couple practice swings. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards short. Mullen plays it cleanly across the diamond, and Armstrong can't hold it. Ball was there. You got to give an E3 there. There's no question about it. That ball was there, so Emma Gibson reaches. Second error of the game for Clifton. Call it an E3, as there was an E5 earlier. So certainly Ocasio here, unfortunately her defense letting her down here in the 4th. So now comes up to bat is Megan Allwood.
Taking her time again. Last at bat she did this, she was taking her time, no rush. And more importantly, you know, when you're playing softball, you're playing baseball, those sports are all about it's all a mental game more than anything. It's all psychological.
And Ocasio deals, fouled away. And looking towards the bullpen, looks like Sydney Reeb is warming up. So as you mentioned, Vinny, you know, how long do you keep Ocasio in there? Certainly now with Reeb warming up, you have to assume that she'll be coming on into the 5th inning once she is fully warmed up, as Ocasio trying to get out of this inning herself. 2 errors in the inning so far for Clifton. As Ocasio deals, 1st and 3rd. Strike.
And a good pitch there. Again, that fastball that she's shown quite a number of times this game.
1st and 3rd. Izzy Gibson's at 3rd. Emma Gibson at 1st. Ocasio stares in. 1 out. 2 runs crossed so far. Pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Sikorsky.
And so far, there's been 2 errors in this game. Both of those errors have resulted in runs. So Clifton needs to clean that stuff up in this these next couple of innings and try to stop the runs from coming in.
And here's a rope up the middle. Double play ball. Yes! Nice play by Casey Mullen. And she gets the 5-3 double play. So Clifton does get out of the inning. Great play there by Mullen. Certainly closing down the inning. So a 5-3 DP ends the inning. So West Milford with 2 runs on 2 hits on 3 errors. And at the end of 3.5, it's West Milford 7, Clifton 1. You may have to take over one of the top.
Can you watch my video?
All right, welcome back to Clifton as Brianna Armstrong leads off. Takes ball inside. She's only batted once so far in the game. She struck out in the second inning. So far, Clifton has 7 hits, but only 1 run. So give credit to the pitcher, Ariana Capetti, as base hit up the middle. Clean base hit by Armstrong. Leads us off here for Clifton as Brianna Armstrong leads off the 4th with a clean base hit. So Clifton wasting no time getting things started here in the 4th. Still time in this game. Only down 7-1. See if they can scratch 2 or 3 runs here. Cut the lead in half. And it looks like they will have a pitching change. Clifton Sydney Reeb warmed up here in between innings. Now coming up to bat is Kaylee Ocasio. Kaylee Ocasio. She is 2 for 2 with a run scored.
Ocasio has done a good job this game on both sides. Even in her at-bats, she's been solid. And pitching, it's been, obviously, if you look at the scoreboard, you may think it's been a little bit rough, but I think she's been doing a pretty decent job pitching as far as the eye test is concerned.
And there's a soft floater there, fielded by Capetti. Did she get off the bag? No! So definitely in. Ocasio, again, good things happen when you put the ball in play, as the first baseman, Izzy Gibson, cannot keep her foot on the bag. Capetti fielded it cleanly, but when she threw across the diamond, Gibson lifted her foot off the bag. So we'll call that an E1. I think that's certainly an error. As Armstrong advances to second, we'll call that an E1. Ocasio at first. So Casey Mullen now up to bat. She is 0 for 2 in the game. Strikeout, grounded out to short as Capetti deals strike. And again, Capetti has shown here in the game that even though with runners on, certainly we'd seen it in an earlier inning, in the 3rd inning, where Clifton had bases loaded, and Mullen strikes the ball towards left field, and it's beyond the outstretched arms, but it'll be a force because she had to hold in between. Tough play for Ocasio. You had to wait as the left fielder, Emma Gibson, couldn't play it cleanly, but caught in between was Ocasio. She had to, because if it was caught, she needed to go back. So certainly an out is recorded as Casey Mullen.
And you could see there that they were chatting, and she was just like, hey, if it's that shallow again, I'll step back and make that play. But again, a tough play to make as a base runner. I mean, you got to decide right then and there. And
here's another base hit up the middle. Putting the ball in play again here is Clifton, as a run scored as Armstrong comes around. And give credit there for a ribby on Jordan Kalesa as a clean base hit. That's her 2nd hit of the game. First ribby of the game for Kalesa, as Armstrong with a run scored now cuts the lead to 7-2. So Mullen advanced on a fielder's choice. Ribby base hit by Kalesa. And now coming up to bat, Josie Sikorsky. She is 2 for 2 with a ribby. So big spot here.
Yeah, big spot. I was going to say, this is a huge spot.
Swing and a miss. She was going for it there. Mullen at second. Jordan Kalesa at first. Capetti still on the mound here for West Milford. I don't see anybody warming up on the West Milford side. Looks like this is Capetti's game. Sikorsky down 0-1 in the count. Pitch outside. So Clifton able to scratch a run here, 7-2, seeing if they can tack on more. Sikorsky's the one we want at bat. Certainly always puts together good at bats here is Sikorsky. 1-1 pitch. Strike. He's able to get upstairs, so falls behind here. Sikorsky needs to put the ball in play.
I thought that was a good take there, honestly. From our angle, even, I think it looked like
looked high.
Yeah.
But
nonetheless, she's got to swing the bat.
And Sikorsky flies it out towards second base. Where is it? Caught in between, and the second baseman does play it. That's Bella Kling. Her and Gibson were fighting for it. Sikorsky flies out to Kling. So that is an out recorded. So fly out to Bella Kling is the second out of the inning. As coming up is Natasha Avelis.
And we've seen this scenario.
She is 0 for 1 with a base on balls.
We've seen this scenario before. 2 runners on with 2 outs, right?
Yep. So again, here we are. Mullen at second. We have Kolesa at first. Clifton looking for a big hit here to extend this inning. As Capetti deals. Inside and low. Inside and low. So Clifton able to get one back here. 7-2, bottom fourth. Temperature starting to drop. Wind still blowing in an easterly direction.
A lot less sun than there was about 45 minutes
Yeah, it's
ago.
overcast. And she strokes a base hit towards left. Oh, it's foul. Thought maybe it would drop. From this angle along the left field line, you can't really tell whether it's going to be fair or not. But certainly well foul. But good contact there by Natasha Avelis, playing right field here today. Pitch. Off-speed pitch. Got her. Strikeout number 7 for Capetti. Ends the inning. But not before Clifton scores a run on 2 hits. And at the end of 4, West Milford 7, Clifton 2.
And we're back for the start of the 5th inning. Clifton trails 7-2. And it's been an interesting game for Clifton because this game started out as a 2-1 lead for the Highlanders, and they just slowly began to rack up the lead, and Clifton wasn't able to get another run until last inning. They had gone scoreless since the first, so it is a 5-run lead now for the Highlanders. A 1-1 count. Ocasio still pitching. It's been an interesting game for Ocasio because there have been a lot of pitches that she has thrown this game that I thought were great that had just been swung at and hit, just like there. Another hit and another runner on here. Here comes Daisy Bora for the Highlanders, number 9. She also does have a hit this game, and she's looking to add on to that, get her stat line a little bit better. And it's a 1-0 count. A little bit of rain starting to come down here right outside, as we're right outside Christopher Columbus Middle School in Clifton. Lots of wind out here for this game. Very windy day here. That pitch low and a stolen base there. Ocasio looking to pick up another out here. No swing from Bora, and that will be a strike. 2-1 count now. It'll be a 2-1 count on this next pitch, and I encourage you guys to keep tuning in to our live streams. Going from this point forward, April, May, and June, we will have tons of athletic live streams going forward. And another pitch from Ocasio, swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Full count now. 1 runner on, no outs. Ocasio with the pitch. No swing and strike 3. And that will be another strikeout this game for Ocasio. As Lydia Passett is coming up to bat. And that one high and outside. And again, another one of these, another one of those pitches that are pretty high and outside. So she has to be careful here. Or Lydia Paget, rather. Paget with a swing, and that one goes foul. So 1-1 with 1 out. And that one will be upstairs again. 2-1 count. Paget already has a hit this game. Doing an excellent job at the shortstop position as well. The pitch. Low in the dirt. And Moran will go ahead and steal third base. So now you got a runner on third with 1 out. Score 7-2. And a chance here, a sacrifice fly would definitely drive in a run. Ocasio with a few strikeouts this game, trying to add on to that. A swing, and that one hit into deep left field, and that goes off the glove. 1 runner rounds and heads to home plate. That'll make it 8-2, and a double there for Paget. So she's able to drive in a run, and that will make it 8-2, and there will be a meeting at the mound. E6. I'll turn it over to you. And again, a tough play that can be made in the outfield. But Marcelo, I mean, you saw it. It's been one of those days for Clifton. I mean, a couple plays that could really change the whole entire game. I mean, well, a hard catch to make, but West Milford, they're doing a great job, are they not?
Yeah, no question. I mean, listen, you put the ball in play, good things happen. You force defense to make plays. We're in the early stages. Clifton certainly were tight defensively. Certainly now in the last couple of innings with 3 errors, certainly you have to score that an error. I mean, that was a play that, certainly was in and out of the glove. And now coming up is Alyssa Crowell, and she's had a game. She's 3 for 3 with a ribby and 2 runs scored. So, again, a tough spot here for Ocasio as she still remained in the game here.
I mean, that top half of the batting order has been so great. I mean, Paget and Crowell has been really good. So, they've been doing an excellent job being able to score runs, get on base, and be as efficient as they possibly can.
As she looks to lay one down. Tough bunt. Here it is. Third baseman coming in. There is no play. So certainly a well-done job. Well, really, you think about it with Alyssa Crowell. She's been able to, in this game, you can see how she's been able to stroke hits and have the skill to lay one down. So certainly give her credit for that. So a base hit for Krause. It's a base hit bunt. Certainly that'll move the runner over, as going to third is Moran.
And you know what? That's something that's interesting, the bunt. It's something you don't see very often in this sport. It's almost a play that I would describe as, it's something of the past. You don't see it very often.
That's true. You're right.
Look at how often they've bunted this game.
Yep.
It has been very efficient. So credit to West Milford for keeping something like the bunt, something active that they may practice, every week.
And, I remember the days when infielders in Major League Baseball, Vinny, were playing the shift. And I always said I can never understand why these major leaguers just wouldn't lay one down the empty, like if everybody was shifting to the right, how come you wouldn't lay one down to the left? And that'll force them out of the shift. But it goes back to your point where it is a lost start, and you're seeing West Milford today being able to, on a few occasions, lay him down for base hits.
No, I totally agree with you. And again, they're showing bunt.
Yep.
And, you mentioned Major League Baseball. I grew up watching Major League Baseball, and I never understood why players, especially as a Yankees fan, seeing someone like Robinson Cano, who is a great athlete, one of the most athletic players I've ever seen play baseball, why he wouldn't just bunt it down the third baseline and just run as fast as he could to first base.
Very true, very true. As here is Ocasio staring in. Up at the plate is Quazza. And again, trying to lay one down that third base line.
Wow.
Ineffective there. But
maybe they are listening to
again.
us.
No. As Quazza, she reached on an error. Base on balls, strikeout, but she has 2 runs scored. So both times that she's reached, has scored. Playing catcher here for West Milford. So productive day at the plate for Quazza. Despite the fact not getting a hit, she's been able to get on as a swinging strike. So strikeout for Ocasio. That's her 4th of the game.
And she's gotten a lot of people with that fastball this game. I love it.
Coming up now is Izzy Gibson. She reached on an E5 earlier, has a base hit and base on balls. So first baseman Gibson coming up to the plate. Ocasio trying to limit the damage. Run scored already here for West Milford as she skies a ball towards center. Flette is there. She tracks it down. Nice play by Stephanie Flette. Retires the side. And at the end of 5 innings, it's West Milford 8, Clifton 2. Welcome back as we start off the fifth and first pitch swinging to the shortstop, Paget, as she fields it cleanly. Nice play there by Paget. Little can of corn. Retires Vanessa Aviles. Call that 6. That's the second time actually she's flying out to the shortstop today. Yes, coming up is the center fielder who played that last out, recorded for Clifton beautifully in center field, Stephanie Flette. She comes up to bat. She has struck out and has reached on a fielder's choice as she tries to lay one down. Quazza behind the plate, plays it, and just gets her in time. And Flette doesn't like the call. Certainly neither do the coaches.
The entire bench doesn't like that call. And wow, I thought that she definitely got there in time.
They thought she beat it. Certainly not happy. It was a nice bunt. Quazza played it perfectly, threw down to Gibson, and looks like, at least from the umpire's perspective, that got her in time.
The umpire wants to go home and dinner.
Yeah. So we'll call that a 2-3. As coming up to bat is Andrea Cedeno. She has reached, got a base hit. She's 1 for 2 in the game so far. On Ariana Capetti on the mound, still dealing 7 strikeouts. Fly ball towards left field. There is Wes Milford, and played very well there by Emma Gibson. So a 1-2-3 inning for Capetti. Retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And at the end of 5, Wes Milford 8, Clifton 2. Okay, welcome back to Clifton.
Now you might.
Just outside Columbus Middle School, as raindrops are starting to fall. All of a sudden, in the last half hour, it's become overcast. Wind is still picking up. Looks like there's a pitching change for Clifton as Sydney Reeb enters the contest. She comes in relief of Ocasio. Ocasio gave up 8 runs, 5 earned, 7 hits. Give her credit, though. She did battle, despite the fact that certainly her defense let her down on a couple of occasions. But certainly overall, good performance by Ocasio in the home opener. Now, Sydney Reeb coming in, starting off here the top of the 6th.
And this West Milford team definitely had Ocasio's number this game. But again, it wasn't all her. It's a team effort. And there's another hit.
Stroked up the middle, base hit. Didn't waste no time there. Is West Milford as they get the leadoff hitter on. As base hit up the middle.
Gets right past Reeb. It's another hit right there, and not
Bella
the start
Kling.
she's looking for.
Yeah, Bella Kling, that's her second base hit. So coming up now is Emma Gibson. Clifton, here home opener against West Milford. They play next Monday at Patterson Eastside, at Patterson Catholic on the 13th.
Paramus Catholic.
Paramus Catholic, I'm sorry. And then their next home game is the 21st of April versus Montclair. And then they are on the road again against Fairlawn. For West Milford, their next 3 games are at home versus Passaic, Montville, and Fairlawn, followed by a road game against Wayne Valley. So certainly the first of many games as Mullen. Nice play there by Mullen. Nearly gets the double play. Good reach there by the second baseman Cedeno. Mullen played it cleanly. So fielder's choice there by West Milford as Emma Gibson
And
reaches.
Marcelo, I always like to say a game's never over till it's over. I mean, if anybody's a sports fan, you saw that UConn game last night. That game's definitely not over till it's over. So this is definitely another game, another one of those cases where until we're at the final pitch and they're shaking hands, I never count a team out.
Just beyond the outstretched arms of the third baseman Avelis, certainly had an opportunity there. We'll score that a hit. Certainly was not a routine play, as advancing to second is Gibson. So Megan Allwood has a base hit. That's her first hit of the game. She entered into the at-bat batting 0 for 2 with a base on ball. So her first hit of the game, Megan Allwood. So first and second is set up again here for West Milford. 1 out. Top of the 6th, Sydney Reeb in to pitch. Coming up to bat now is Ariana Moran, who also has 1 hit, and she struck it out. And there's a liner base hit in between left and center field, as Kalessa's having a hard time bringing it in, but a run does score. So give credit to a base hit for Ariana Moran. That's a ribby. Coming in to score, Bella Kling. Her first run scored of the game.
And they're firing on all cylinders right now. They did an excellent job. A good hit. Bobbled the ball a little bit, which gave the base runner a little bit of a relief to maybe get home. But still, nonetheless, a good hit. And it's a 9-2 lead.
Daisy Barca up to bat. She is 0 for 2 with a base on balls. As Sydney Reeb looks in. Way outside as the rain starts to pick up. When does the live stream crew decide when it's too dangerous for the equipment? That I don't know. Rain, all of a sudden this dark cloud has come right over us and the rain has intensified. Certainly we're being out here in the rain. Humps are going to let this play out, though, as Reeb deals. Looking to lay down. Infield playing in. Both corners in. Armstrong. And now looking to get in between. Zakorski's there. And running back to third. Go ahead. As Reeb looks in.
Not yet. We just, the screen.
As Reeb looks in.
Not yet. We just, the screen died, so we had to.
9-2 West Milford, top 6. All of a sudden, weather has changed. Strike inside corner. Good pitch there by Reeb. Needs to get it out here. Cannot allow any more runs here for West Milford. Score now is 9-2. Reeb stares in. Up to bat now again is Barca. Reeb stares in. Sikorsky behind the plate. Rope down towards second. Play cleanly there by Cedeno. Down to Armstrong. And ball must have been offline. Run does advance and score. So a run scored. I'll call that an E4
Yeah, she tried to make the play at home, tried to keep them from scoring a run, and they just couldn't. The throw was just a little off, too far to their left. And
I think the safe play would have been going to first there, record the out. Certainly you want outs, but certainly a misplay there.
Yeah, that
continues the inning.
Yeah, a big mishap there.
10-2 West Milford. As Reeb comes in, certainly the score was 7-8, so 2 runs scored so far here for West Milford,
and two more runs for West Milford would end the game here as well.
As Reeb looks in. And looks like a timeout is called. And I think at this point, folks, the rain has intensified. Our equipment is certainly vulnerable. So we're going to have to cut this live stream. We apologize. Certainly with the score 10-2. We'll be back to you again next week with Clifton Softball as they're home next